Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's Sybil. I am Sybil Wilkes, and the silliness is already underway. How you doing, Myra J?
I'm fine. I was just sharing that. I just realized my head looks like a pineapple. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Kwyn. Not looking like a pineapple. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. You back and settled? You traveling? What are you doing with yourself?
Oh, yes, I am back in town. I'm going to New York this weekend with my girlfriend, and I'm excited to stay and be all up under her and then go back to work Tuesday.
Oh, nice. And welcome back, man about the world, Stephen Hill. How are you?
I miss you too. Oh, wait. I miss you too. What's happening?
Okay. No, we have not been around the world, the way you have, but certainly can you share with us?
I am back. No, I came back from a honeymoon. We just literally landed this morning from the Maldives via Qatar. So this morning started in Qatar or Qatar.
Qatar.
Yeah. Qatar is the people in there pronounce it. Gorgeous. Maldives, if you can ever get to go. Myra, I know you were thinking about it and looking at it. My assignment was huts over water. My wife's was like, I need to be in a hut over water. And so it was like the Fiji, Bora Bora, Bali, and Maldives. And luckily we chose the Maldives. Gorgeous. I'm so black. I'm so black right now. I'm so black.
You're kind of pink.
Well, I didn't have the right light. It was either be in the dark or do this horrible washout light.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Did you visit the Qatar airport?
What's that?
Did you have time at the Qatar airport?
Yes.
Baby, look at here.
Oh my!
Look at here.
Great shopping.
I got a massage at 4:00 in the morning. Olympic size pool, hotel, shops from all around the world. Oh, it's amazing. And
I know. I got a massage at 4:00 in the morning too. I got a massage. Oh, wait, that was not at the airport. That
was before you were married.
No, it's like I can see why people might make their own vacations just to the Qatar airport.
Yes,
it's that dope.
Yes,
right.
Yes, it is. It really
I've
is.
seen that in a couple of magazines. They talk about it, and like Myra, say that you can get anything at any time of the day at this airport.
Any kind of food. If I had a 7-hour layover, and I was like, well, you know what can I do? Go and get a massage. And just so happened, it was a sister at the reception just from Philadelphia. So I'm like, girl, you don't have to get a room. It's nobody at the pool. Lay out by the pool. I had the whole pool to myself.
Wow. That's really cool.
Amazing.
At the airport.
And you had the similar experience, Stephen Hill?
I did. I stayed mostly in the Qatar Lounge, which was like 5-star dining. Yep. It was crazy, and it really was 5-star dining. And then, but the only problem is when you go to the stores, they are indeed horrifically expensive. Like it's just, I'm a polo shirt fan, so I compare prices on polo shirts. And it's like $200. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Otherwise, you come back with
the horsey will not dance. The horsey will not dance.
Right.
Yes, but it's a real horse. That's
it was a golden pony. That's cool. Wow.
I never heard of Qatar till tonight, so I just had Qatar. It's Qatar, not Qatar.
Well, they're both pronunciations.
We say Qatar here. They say Qatar there, but that's where the Olympics was just there, right?
No, the World Cup.
Soccer.
Yeah, World Cup. Yeah, World Cup was just there. It is in the Middle East. It is somewhere near. It's hard to find because it's very, very small on a map.
It's a little bitty thing dot on your map.
But extremely wealthy. Like as you might imagine in the Middle East. But yes, the Middle East, Qatar. And there's no U.
And there's no U in either Qatar or in Qatar.
Was it a 13-hour flight, or did you have a layover anywhere? It was a direct flight.
Direct flight from American Airlines flies from New York straight to Qatar.
I flew
14
Qatar.
hours. 14
Long
hours.
hours.
It's a long
yeah.
flight.
Gonna be okay.
I
And
flew-
in seat 36B, it is not sexy.
Oh,
Just want to point that out to you.
Oh,
Seat 36B.
well, I'm
you know
bragging
what?
just a
First
little
world
bit.
problems, but I'm sorry. Yeah, right. It's a lot of that.
Middle person gets the armrest. Which one of y'all don't understand this? Who don't want
Because your wife got the window
to?
and you had the middle. And yeah.
36B,
But
baby.
once you got there, you were able to spread out though, player, I bet. Okay. So that's like the flight that we took from LA to Australia. It sounds like that length of
Yeah,
time.
about that long.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Um,
I stepped it up. I flew Qatar Airlines. But yeah.
Airline of the year, a number of
Yes.
years running as
Yes.
yeah.
yeah.
Yes. You want for it the minute your eyes open. Would you like another warm towel? Okay. They did everything. So let me wash your feet for you. I mean, it was so great. It
That's
was just a
awesome.
wonderful experience.
That's
It really
awesome.
was.
Well, Kwyn, I hope that you were able to write some of this down and take notes as well as others and add this to your travel log and places that you want and
I can't
desire to
pronounce
go.
it. I ain't gonna go. I'm not gonna hold you. I'll be like, cut. I'm gonna go back to Chicago. That's what it's gonna do. But
Madam Wordsmith, I have a feeling that you will pronounce it, and it may on your to-do, maybe not today, but one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't go when we were in our 20s either. So, so
you will go
All
to a
right.
place you can't pronounce. I know you will. It's
pronounce.
someday.
Did you just say pronounce?
Pronounce.
Pronounce.
But you can't pronounce.
What was wrong with that? I'm glad everybody is back together, and I'm glad your travel adventures, Steve and Hill, were much better than what Yolanda and I had last week. Just trying to get out of Dallas to New York last week, but we made it, and all is
Was
good.
it what was it? Was it weather, wind, spirit?
Yes. Wasn't Spirit Airlines, it was American.
Okay.
But it was quite the challenge, and it took us 48 to 72 hours to get from Dallas to New York finally Thursday morning before a Thursday night event. So but we made it, and it was good. It was great. All right, so let's move to the What You Need to Know newsletter. This is our newsletter that we put out every Monday through Friday, and we focus on the African American reader with stories and topics. And Young Kwyn is our LGBTQ plus contributor. And we also have contributors such as Kwyn's big brother, Cameron, talking about politics. Young Coy talks about social justice, and Aprilette is our mental health and wellness contributor. And Young Kwyn,
did Cam find a woman yet? By the way, did Cam find a woman?
Yeah.
I know we tried that on the show.
Somebody?
No. We tried we tried here.
Oh no.
We tried here.
That was very early on in the show. Yeah.
I think by now he hadn't found somebody by now.
Now he actually has been declining some people, a few of my friends. So my brother got his groove back. I don't know, but we'll see. He's still looking, ladies. If y'all want, I don't know his type no more. Clearly,
if y'all want.
Yes, he didn't want none of my friends.
So can we talk about the What You Need to Know newsletter and perhaps talk about this? Because Kwyn, you have a really interesting story about how Beyonce gave the queer community its props in one of her acceptances. I think this is when she hit the record for the number of Grammy wins. For
her 32nd Grammy. Yes. So I want to write about something positive because we know, of course, during this time, there's lots of anti-LGBTQ laws and everything else going on. So I think it was very, very important and very necessary to uplift that I think she's the only one. I don't know if she's the only Black person to receive the most Grammys, but I think she's the only woman to.
No, she is the only. She's the. Yeah, okay. She set the record.
She received the most decorated Grammys ever, and 32 in total. Thank the queer community, not only for her award, but for the genre that is house, for the genre that is electric. So for those who don't know, Beyonce thanked the queer community while making Grammy history after winning Best Dance Electronic Album. Although personally, Summer Renaissance is my album of the year. So I did it, but that's
a lot of people, including those in the stadium, would agree with you.
okay, because I was very confused. But during her ceremony, the singer's best R&B song also won for Cuff It, which we have heard, throughout TikTok and like just social media waves. But she now has won the most Grammys of all time. And this album particularly, she did dedicate to her late uncle, who was gay and died of AIDS-related complications. And she described that as one of the most painful experiences that she's ever had to live. She thanked her beautiful husband. She thanked her children. And then she thanked the queer community for your love and also inventing the genre. This album particularly has like decades of lineages. Over like 100 writers and 32 producers are credited. But she also intentionally collaborated with lots of notable queer artists such as Big Frida, Sid, Honey Dijon, T.S. Madison, Grace Jones, Kevin Aviance, Mike Hugh, Moy Renee, and many, many, many more. So I just want to, of course, thank Beyonce again for this acknowledgement, but also congratulations on your win. And I hope that this is an album that really does, last a lifetime, as as her other albums have as well. So I think this is a win for everybody. So yay, Beyonce.
I think that was a key moment, that and the win by Sam Smith and Kim.
Oh yes,
Petras.
As the first trans woman to win.
Mm-hmm.
She is.
Yeah.
Beyonce was so effusive in her praise for the gay community. For a slight moment, I was really mad that I'm a flaming heterosexual. Like for a brief second, I was like, I can make the rumors true, and I was like, nah, not really.
It was a great night. I thought that it was a very special night. The records that she set for the number of Grammys, and for Viola Davis winning the EGOT, getting her EGOT status, and I thought Lizzo was just amazing in her acceptance. Myra J. had turned me on to this young lady a while ago, and she won for Best New Artist, Samara Joy.
Samara Joy, yes, she is the truth. Oh, I can't wait to see her live. Yeah.
It was really cool until you said till the very end, and should have been the album of the year, and a lot of people in crypto.com really agreed with you, Kwyn, and the rest of us, not feeling Harry Styles so much in Harry's house, but really the souls were broken of a lot of people there who were not feeling Harry, but really thought that Beyonce deserved that as well. So
this is her fourth time, the fourth time being up for it and not getting it. Taylor Swift, Beck, Adele,
right,
and Harry Styles all are the people who had allegedly had albums of the year better than where it was so bad. I don't think I'm telling any tale out of school. So the year that Adele won, I don't think I'm telling. The year that Adele won over Beyonce.
Go ahead, tell a tale out of school.
Adele was so upset by her own win,
right,
that she went crying, and after the show, went running to Beyonce's dressing room backstage. And I happened to be standing outside of it when, but evidently inside was just like how that's, how much she loved her album and all the things she said on stage. It was, and Beyonce was the person who had to console the winner. Console the winner. But she was gracious enough to do so, and she's the most, as you all pointed out, 32. She gets the most Grammys the same week that LeBron gets the most points.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Black history.
So let me ask you this. Was anyone expecting a Kanye moment when Harry Styles won, for somebody a la Kanye to run up and say, "Excuse me, Taylor Swift, but you don't deserve this award"?
Only Kanye can deliver a Kanye moment, and Kanye was not there.
No, you know what though? To me, people get so upset, like, "Oh, she should have won," and I'm like, she's talented. She is amazing. Let's not give, to me, too much credit to the Grammys. It's an honor, but if she didn't win, she didn't win. She got 32. Okay.
Yeah. And
She is
and
about to go.
and that's for right now, because what she'll
Yes,
go and
yes.
accomplish in the future is, unheard of. So,
And she's about to go on a stadium tour where the nosebleed seats
are
are
going
going
for
for $600.
I
Oh my
know,
God.
man.
There are some shows, as I understand, I could be wrong, is that the lowest
God.
price ticket is $600. You know what's going to happen there? You know what's going to happen? They're going
What,
to
Taylor
all
Swift?
sell out. They're going to all sell out.
Mhm.
You know, Stephen, I'm really glad you brought that up because Sybil, I was meaning to ask for a raise.
You're cute. You
We're
are so
just in
cute.
that time of recession.
Exactly.
and
That's why you're cute.
I have things to pay. I have things to do.
Yeah, so do we.
I would appreciate a little bump.
We getting paid?
Hey, Yolanda, we got to move on. Do I have 30 seconds? Because I don't know if anybody saw this, but there was a somebody posted a text exchange between fiancés, and the woman was like, "Hey, Beyonce tickets go on sale." And the male goes, "Hey, we said we're going to save up and there'd be no entertainment, and so I've gone to no basketball games and anything else." She's like, "Yeah, but it's Beyonce." He's like, "But we're saving up to get a house. We're saving to get a house." And she's like, "Yeah, but it's Beyonce. Give me my contribution back." And he's like, "What? Are you kidding me? We're saving for a house." "Yeah, but it's Beyonce. Give me my contribution back." Engagement's off.
Wow.
It was a whole text exchange where, like, she was like, "No, I'm going to see Beyonce. Give me my $710."
Wow.
But it's a good thing that they found that out now. So
Thank
That's
you,
right.
Beyonce.
yes,
Thank you,
yeah.
Beyonce.
Because if some Beyonce tickets is gonna break you up. You know what I'm saying?
You can buy them with
Wow.
Klarna too, so you can do payments.
You won't break my soul, but you will break my bank.
You will break my bank.
Among the other stories that are in the What You Need to Know newsletter, Kwyn's big brother Cameron has been regaling us with Black history facts. And this particular article deals with Black composers, such as the Black Mozart, born to a white slave owner father and his Black slave mother. It's Joseph Bologna Chevalier de Saint-Georges, dubbed the Black Mozart, remembered as the first classical composer of African origins, as well as Florence Prince, the first African-American woman to have her music performed by a major symphony orchestra in 1933. And I do want to bring your attention to our weekly addition to the newsletter, and that is the Black and Missing section. This is really something, and I really wish that we had done a better job of promoting this one. This is two young girls, both age 13, disappeared from the same place on the same day. They're from different parts of the country. Mackenzie Barton and Deshauna Gamage, as I said, both 13, both disappeared on January 31st of this year from Palm Bay, Florida. And take a look at their pictures if they look familiar. If you have any information, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation. You're not going to see this, but we don't talk about child trafficking, sex trafficking, human trafficking enough. And it could be that this is a situation with these two girls, Mackenzie and Deshauna. So we thank the Black and Missing Foundation folks for giving us this information. And if they look familiar to you, you are in that area, by all means, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation. It's just that serious. We don't get this kind of information in mainstream media. So we want to do our best to do that. All right, so that is the What You Need to Know newsletter. Please go to SybilWilkes.com to sign up in order to subscribe. It is absolutely free. Just need your name and your email address, and we'll have it in your email box every Monday through Friday morning. And you'll have great articles like you heard us talking about. A little bit more discussion about the Grammys, but certainly Kwyn gave us some good news. And this is one of the things that I struggle with our youngins, because they do handle a lot of current day topics, current events. And unfortunately, a lot of it it's a negative angle, unfortunately. But Kwyn giving us good news in this one as far as the Beyonce win was concerned. So thank you, young Kwyn. I always like to bring up those particular stories, because I think that for me, it is all the bad news is overwhelming, and I want them to be lifted as well with bringing some good news. So that's it. It's now time for us to move to our what's going on section. And this is something that is important to me because of my love of books. And I have a friend here who is an award-winning author. His name is Derrick Barnes. We recently featured Derrick and his latest work, Victory, on the return of Sybil's book club. This happened over the Christmas break. And if you watch the book club, you know what a fan I am. But recently, a fan in Alabama's invitation was taken back. So let us welcome author Derrick Barnes, the award-winning Derrick Barnes, and ask him to tell us what happened. Hey, Derrick, how are you?
Pretty good. So how are you doing?
I'm concerned. I'm distraught, and this is something that's going on not just in suburban Birmingham, Alabama, but it's going on a lot in the South, and particularly in school districts. So I saw a posting of a young woman named Lauren, and I wanted to get her post, and I reached out to her, but didn't get permission to show her post. But I did want you to tell us what happened. And how do these things happen, and how are you dealing with it?
Well, we go way back. My career started in 2005. So I've been publishing children's books. I've been writing children's books since 2005. So I've been doing school visits. I've been all over the country. I've been to the whitest white cities. I've been to the most urban cities. And I've never had any complaints. So I was on vacation, came back, and my booking agent hit me up and told me that the Alabama trip was just off. Like I would not be going.
Done.
Yeah, done. And they didn't give us a reason why. The superintendent ended up coming up with some bogus story saying that we didn't sign our contracts. And you've had interactions with my man Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick's about his business.
Yeah. Dots every I. And then he came out and said that a parent was on my social media page and saw that I had some controversial posts. Said I had something about defunding the police and some other racially charged posts. And so they just ended up canceling. So I had four presentations lined up. I had a library visit lined up. Now the library did not cancel my presentation, but at the urging of my wife, she recommended that I not go down to Alabama since I was not very welcome. So I ended up staying there. I should be in Birmingham right now, but
right.
I'm at the crib.
So this young woman got on I think it was TikTok or Instagram, and she read the riot act to these people in this school district in Hoover, Alabama, and said, you all have, this one woman was able to void the appearances of an award-winning Black children's book author. And, she she probably ran through, all of your books and all of your acclaim and probably had more information than you had about yourself. It was very powerful. And she is one of those who will take people on for a lot of their BS. You were supposed to be there this week. You're not, but is this the very first time you've had this kind of reaction to your books? I mean, you've written books that have lifted up our children for the last 18 years.
Yeah.
I mean, there is nothing that this person, and obviously she had not opened up a book. She looked at your social media, which is what a lot of people will do or think that they
do. They never do. I thought about the Ketanji Brown Jackson hearing where Ted Cruz read Anti-Racist Baby. And it just seems like they live in this bubble and they don't understand that real people live outside this bubble. And the only thing he did was raise the book sales, which is what this superintendent did for me. Shout outs to him. Every single title that I have, the book sales have just shot up. But I just think it's so cowardly. If you're gonna stand by this so-called CRT, boogeyman that does not exist. If you don't want white children to feel guilty about real American history, then I want you to say something. You know, I would really love to fly down to Birmingham and just have a one-on-one meeting with this. I was about to say gentleman, but he's probably not a gentleman. But this is happening in every single southern state. It's happening in Georgia. It's happening in Florida. You know, obviously, where there's a lot of book
Right.
bans, and most of the books being banned are books written by Black people, written by LGBTQ people. The stories are obviously honest. I mean, just you know, true stories of American history. But I was going to a elementary school, so I was reading my picture books,
Yeah.
and
You
I
had
just don't
books
know.
like Every Good Thing and, you
Yeah,
know,
the King of
Crown. And,
Kindergarten, the Queen of Kindergarten. You know, so you know, it's cool. Again, he just raised my book sales, and we've been contacted by so many other different school districts that want me to come, and so I'm just going to keep doing what I do, and that's write the blackest children books that I'm ever going to write. You know, I'm going to keep posting about us, keep posting about our history, how much I love Black children, how much I love Black women, how much I care about the culture. You know, we have to all continue to just push forward and not let ignorance like this slow us down. It won't slow me down. I'm working on 3 manuscripts now. So
good. Myra?
What I find interesting is that they use the excuse about you're going to make our children feel guilty. You have no control over how someone else feels, regardless of what I say or what is put before you. How you receive that information, that's on you, period. Yeah. So yeah. I find it interesting that all of a sudden you're giving us that much power to say, well, you're going to make my children feel bad. No, you're going to make your children feel bad. I'm not making your children feel bad.
I think a lot of it is just fear.
Yeah,
a lot of it's just fear. They are afraid that their children are going to find out the truth, that all this is just a fraud. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole makeup, this whole country is about, you know, economics, you know, and they just use gender and race to kind of keep us separated. But if you are a working class, middle class, poor white person, you're in the same boat with everybody else. Mm-hmm. But in order to keep them voting for the same party, you got to keep them ignorant, you know.
Yep.
You know, in some sense. So if their children learn about redlining and about you know, the first 12 to 15 presidents were slave owners, they, you know, if they learn about Rosewood and, you know, Black Wall Street, mm-hmm. then lights are going to start going off, and they don't want that to happen. So like I said, I'm going to keep writing books like Victory Stand about, you know, about my brother Tommy Smith, and I got so many more projects. I got a book coming out with Dick Gregory's son. It's called 7 Million Steps. It's about when, you know, brother Dick, he would do a lot of fasting, and he actually walked across from Los Angeles to, you know, New York, and I'm going to write a picture book about that. I just got so many different projects and just a lot of really good, strong Black ass children books coming out.
Oh, they're gonna get you for saying that, Derrick. So let me just tell you, when Derrick was kind enough to come on over the holiday, we did promote his book called Victory Stand, and it is his first graphic novel, and it's about what happened at the 1968 Olympics, and calling it Raising My Fist for Justice, the Tommy Smith story, and the protest in the 68 Mexico City Olympics as they won in the track event. So it is an incredible book. It just like all of his others, they touch on parts of our history that our children need to know about. All children need to know about this, and know that Colin Kaepernick was not the first to take a knee and to raise his fist, that and that there were Black people all along the way, especially in this area, who were socially conscious and knew that they had to make some type of statement. And Dr. Smith is one of those people, wasn't he? Or isn't he?
Yes. You know, well, I just want to go back to to the Alabama incident, I've received hundreds of emails and DMs from just hundreds of white parents down there that are, in support for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to give a shout out to them. Shout out to, the librarians that actually invited me down there. But, today I was just thinking about how, incongruent it is. I'm sure all those people are very nice people, and I'm extremely, grateful for them. But, when it comes time to vote, I just wonder how we keep getting the same, how do they still keep getting the same people elected, as far as senators, mayors, governors. If you are so for your white child having, diversity and having diverse books, then how come how come we keep having the same results? You know what I mean? So I'm not disparaging any of those parents, but it just made me think about that today.
It's a good point, but let us be angry at those parents then, because I think that their ignorance is it's not genetic, but it's certainly going to be passed through the airwaves of their households and their homes. As Lauren Reese posted on social media, if you had a problem with it, keep your kid home that day.
That's right.
Don't deny other people. I mean, people are keeping their kids home for all sorts of reasons. They don't want to wear a mask. You don't want books, all of this kind of nonsense. But I tell you, the power really is in the school boards. And if you want to make a change, that's where we make the change, in running for the school boards of our neighborhoods, of our communities, because that's where it starts. And then moving on to the other areas as well.
Mm-hmm.
Kwyn, I really wanted Derrick to come on today because you, as an educator and as one who is, as an artist, can appreciate how this can affect so much of your life. And it's really good that we support our people and really lift them up and put a spotlight on it and lift them up and let them know that, we're with them.
Yeah, and I do also want to start off, Derrick. I'm an abolitionist, so if you said F12 on your social media, you got a follower. I'm following. So defund, yes, all that. I said that. Kwyn said that. Though. But yes, I think the real truth, since I do work in higher education spaces, is that we're going to get these children. That come to our universities that haven't read books written by Derrick Barnes, or haven't read books written, by Alex Haley, haven't read anything, written by anybody that's queer. And they're going to come to these, homogenous campuses, let them be white, let them be black, let them be indigenous, let them be whatever, with missing context to actually the land that we are on and who does it benefit, who doesn't it benefit, what type of systems exist. And they're going to come to college and they're going to experience a whole wave of intellectual shock. That's going to be like, wow, this is the first time I'm hearing about privilege. This is the first time I'm hearing about racism. This is the first time I'm hearing about feminism and heteronormativity and all that type of stuff. And I am worried about not only the extra labor that professors are going to have to do, but folks like administrators like myself are going to have to pick up that extra weight of educating students outside the classroom to be cognizant of their social position and where they exist, on our type of in our society. But I was even just reading about the streak of extremism, and I think right now in Florida they have over 600 bills, book bans, and then in Texas that amount has nearly doubled. So this type of attack and violence is something everybody really should be keeping their eyes on. And I'm glad you brought up the school board, Sybil, because a lot of times people really do forget that part, that it really starts locally. And this is such a good time for folks to really get involved in their local political scene, because they're coming for our kids, y'all. And this is really happening in real time. And I don't know if folks are really taking that serious as they want to, but yeah.
If you want to support Derrick Barnes, and Derrick, I want to give you the last word, but I do want people to know that your books are available. And as someone pointed out in one of the replies to this post about the cancellation, let's go out and buy all of Derrick's books. And so it's like, I'm going to Amazon, and Amazon is great. I'm not taking away from anything because I do get a lot of my stuff there. But if you can support a Black-owned bookstore and buy these books, that's key for me.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm I'm about to post all of the Black-owned bookstores in the country as soon as
Awesome.
we get off here on my Instagram page. But just going back to those children who missed my visitation this week, who are predominantly white. It's just this whole myth of whiteness, I think, is a thing that's really crippling this country. You're gonna have children, just like Kwyn said, is headed off to secondary education that are ill-equipped to go into this world that's getting blacker and
Yep.
browner, and they are becoming a minority. And I just think they're doing their children a grand disservice. I used to say publicly that I write to Black children, but I write for all children. But I really do write to all children. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go to Fargo, North Dakota, or when I go to Wyoming, this how some of these children look at me. Like this is the first time they've been close to a Negro before, a real live Negro. You know what I mean? So I sit in the aisle,
breathing and everything.
Yeah, but the way I treat children, because we have 4 sons, I treat all babies, the same way. I treat them, the way I would want somebody to talk to my sons. It don't matter what the children look like. You know what I mean? So I just think they are, I think they really did their children a disservice, and all these school districts who are banning these books, man, they are really setting their children up for failure, So I have to keep doing what I'm doing. Patrick has my schedule packed, and I'm hitting the road in a couple of weeks.
And you're hitting the road this weekend. You're going to be in Philadelphia.
I'll be in Philly for the African American Children's Book Fair. It's the largest Black children's book fair with over 40 super award-winning children's book authors, illustrators, including yours truly. So please, Philly, come out, show us some love. This weekend. Go to the African American Children's Book Project.org.
Can you share your Instagram before you go?
Right.
It's author Derrick D. Barnes.
Author Derrick D. Barnes. Okay.
Author Derrick D. Barnes. Yes.
Yeah. Author Derrick D. Barnes, thank you so much for joining us, taking time, and my best to your wife and your kids. And please come back again. The latest book is Victory Stand. It's a graphic novel, and it is absolutely incredible, as is all the work of author Derrick D. Barnes.
I love you so much. Y'all just don't know, like when my career was taken off the ground, she came to Kansas City when she was on the show, and I went down there to meet her. I had my books in hand. My career hadn't really taken off, and she was so kind to me. That was 2007, and still the same sweet, beautiful person. I really do appreciate you so much. So
thank you so much. I appreciate your genius, and you're an incredible man. Thank you so much, and we will be in touch with you soon and follow up on this. Thanks, darling. All righty.
All right. All the best.
Follow me back.
He will. He absolutely will. He's one of those great guys. All right. Let's move to trending. I thank Derrick for coming on and talking about that. I think it's really important that we put a light and put a face on people as they are being denied their rightful place in our children's lives. Tomorrow's show, we're going to have a very special show, an interview that I will conduct with a trailblazer in another area. This is the first Black woman who is the president of the American Heart Association. Her name is Dr. Michelle Albert. I had an opportunity to come face to face with her last week when we were in New York for the American Heart Women Wear Red event and Red Dress Week. So she really is something else, and she really believes in what she preaches about narrowing the health gap that we have in and grew up understanding how this works, and is still pursuing this opportunity to narrow the health gap, and especially as it appears to Black and Brown communities. So please check that out during It's Sybil tomorrow. All right. So a suspect in El Paso, Texas, Walmart massacre that happened in 2019 that left 23 people dead. They're finally coming to the end of the first part of this trial. And this man has pleaded guilty. He is Patrick Crusius. He pled guilty to all federal charges today, nearly 3.5 years after the 2009 mass shooting at the Walmart in El Paso, one of the deadliest attacks on Latinos in modern U.S. history. The 24-year-old pleaded not guilty in 2020 to the 90 federal charges he faces, including hate crimes resulting in death, use of a firearm to commit murder during and in relation to a crime of violence, hate crimes involving attempt to kill. This is the guy. He drove from suburban Dallas, Allen, Texas, 10 hours to El Paso with the intention of killing people. These people were mostly Hispanics, as they said, but were doing their back to school shopping. And with an assault rifle, mowed down 90 people, 23 of whom died. The federal prosecutors stated last month they would not seek the death penalty, and that's when he changed his plea to guilty. So now, for this part of the trial of this case, they will give him his sentencing, and that's supposed to happen probably sometime in June, they think. But he also faces state charges for the massacre that left almost 2 people dead, 24 people dead. And they've said they plan to seek the death penalty for that. So he has pleaded not guilty in a state capital murder charge. And that trial has not been scheduled yet. Texas is famous for their assault weapons and the mowing down of innocent people. As you know, this past year we had Uvalde, Texas, and before Uvalde was El Paso. And it's a horrible situation. And to see people from babies to senior citizens mowed down, just trying to go to Walmart. It was in August. They were getting their kids ready to go back to school. And
that's when you just wish they had the psych principle. I just wish they had the psych principle in the law, where you tell the guy, like, hey, you know what? We are not going to do the death penalty. Okay, I plead guilty. Psych! We're going to get you now.
Yeah.
We got you.
The psych statute, it says right here, we can psych you out if you kill people.
Yeah,
that's right.
Or what, you know what? Once he's pleaded guilty, let's not drag this out and waste the taxpayers' money. I just think you get the golden buzzer. You did it, bam, hit the buzzer, zoom right down the chute. It's over. Bye.
And that's it. Yeah.
Never to be bye. Never to be seen again.
Right. Exactly.
Well, let me pick his cellmate.
Okay.
No, I ain't even talking about a cell. What cell? I mean, it's OVA.
I know you did, Myra, because we were texting together. Did either Steve? You were probably on a plane. Kwyn, did you take time out to watch the State of the Union address last night?
Mm-mm.
No interest.
No, I went to sleep yesterday.
Okay. So you didn't.
So did the guy giving the speech.
No, he was actually pretty good. I was pleased.
And he he pulled the old switcheroo on the Republicans, saying, who's not for extending Medicare and Medicaid, and those people, they had to stand up, because if they didn't, the camera would have turned around and shown everybody who did not. There were a number of people, including Marjorie Taylor Greene, who called him a liar.
The whole time.
It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. The theatrics were off the chain, and much to the dismay of the Speaker of the House, who said, we're not going to have all of that this year. Everybody's, and you can see him kind of shushing people. They weren't having much of that either. Marjorie Taylor Greene, only one who was really quiet and already had his comeuppance from one of his own was George Santos. And Mitt
anytime you get told off by Mitt the Smith Romney, okay?
So one thing is true. Well, you ask anybody, Mitt Romney is a nice guy, right?
Yeah.
You may not agree with his politics, you may not but he's a nice guy. For him to give you some base, it's gotta be an issue.
Okay. Like he was coming at his son or one of his grandsons. Like, you are such a, come on, go somewhere.
Him some serious SYAD. Like, why are you even here?
Right. On this planet, not just here, but on this planet. Yeah. Yeah.
And
It was
Keisha
pretty
Michelle Brown,
interesting.
Keisha Michelle Brown on Facebook. I did not see the speech. I was just making a joke. As Sybil pointed out, I was indeed on a plane. So
But
Keisha was worried.
amusing.
Keisha's worried, like, what were you watching? It was a great speech.
Well, Keisha, believe it or not, there was some other compelling programming on, and that included LeBron James making his 38,390th point, surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in NBA scoring. So King LeBron is now the scoring champion, and Kareem was there to pass the torch, as it were, to the new scoring king, LeBron. And really, it was great programming last night. If you could watch both simultaneously or, record one or the other. But surprisingly, and a lot of people will say this was a Joe Biden that we have not seen in a very long time. Myra J said, it's amazing what Starbucks will do for you. And a nap. And
a nap. I think he was tired.
Because he was, the whole presentation was light and it was informative and it was conversational, and he managed to trip up some Republicans. So he had some gotcha moments and talked like it was almost like a 180-degree turn from last year's State of the Union when he talked about defunding the police. And this time he got it. Whoever the Black people are around him, making him understand, he understands the talk that parents have to have with their children. And talking with Tyree Nichols' parents and what have you, and they were there at the invitation of the Congressional Black Caucus. It was quite the night. So, not good news for folks who are employed by Disney. They have announced thousands of jobs have been slashed as they are trying to cut costs. So now,
7,000 jobs, $5.5 billion savings.
Yep. Losing their jobs is a part of
they
this.
did restructure as well.
So right. Not even safe in the mouse's house, huh?
So check this out. If you know how deep their profile is, 7,000 jobs is only 3.5% of their workforce. The businesses that they own, including ABC, ESPN, History Channel, Lifetime, Fusion TV, NBC Universal, Disney Radio, Disney Channel, ABC Family, Disney Plus,
wait,
all the Plus.
Wait. Not NBC. They don't own NBC.
They have ownership in various business units, including NBC Universal. I know that's an NBC, but they have some money in there somewhere, some skin in the game, according to the reports. Okay. You can look it up. You can look it up.
She has papers. She has papers.
I have paper with words on it.
She has a printed document.
Right.
I got paper with words on it too. I wrote the words, but
I did not write the words. And I did.
If you thought Mickey's voice was high before,
but that's a lot of jobs that are being slashed, but only a small percentage of the company. Mm-hmm. Bob Iger is back, and he's not taking any guff from any of you people. And having worked for Disney at one point, because they did own ABC Capital Cities, which we were at one point, the radio section, still get some good benefits from them, by the way. But it's just a scary time when you think about 7,000 jobs being lost, and all of the Magic Kingdoms, all of the cruises, all of the shops and things that people work for and at as a part of the Disney family. I wish them a lot of good luck. And speaking of wishing good luck and talking about NBC, hundreds of NBC News and MSNBC journalists are planning to walk off the job tomorrow amid an ugly labor dispute. That, according to the NBC News Guild. They said that the Guild began bargaining at 10 o'clock today, but a resolution is not expected to come quickly unless an agreement is met.
What's going
I'm
on?
not sure what was going on. I'm not sure what was going on with Myra.
Myra, just let us know you're okay. Just let us know you're okay.
because I've never seen anybody who's recently had a knee repaired move quite that quickly. But they say that over 200 employees from the Comcast-owned NBC News and MSNBC are set to walk off the job for 24 hours starting tomorrow on Thursday. According to the Guild, NBC has reportedly broken the law, disrespected the rights of its employees, and illegally terminated hardworking union journalists. And enough is enough, according to the NBC News Guild. So we wish them a lot of luck. All right, let's move to entertainment. let's talk to the most entertaining, Myra J. Is everything okay?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Wow. Okay.
I've never seen anybody just off crutches move quite that fast.
You know, how long have I been doing this show, Sybil?
For a
And your
couple of years
dearest
now.
friends still call and then you're like, what you doing? You should try this chicken.
Speaking of chicken, are you all set for your Super Bowl parties on Sunday? No.
No. I just no.
I'm
going to be somewhere watching Rihanna in stereo, though. That's for sure. That's all I know. Somewhere in stereo, I'll be watching her.
In Arizona?
In stereo. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
No, maybe I will go to the game. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I'll go to the game. I'll go from Qatar to the game in Arizona.
Never mind.
Some of the Super Bowl ads have started early. This is a part of our entertainment. Super Bowl commercials can no longer just be contained to the big day and the big game. And a lot of folks, including Diddy, Snoop Dogg, and Jack Harlow, have all been getting paid for their multi-million-dollar TV spots that some folks may have seen. Diddy's is there for Uber Eats, and he incorporates his love records, Ciroc, and tequila imprints all in one fell swoop. Looking for the perfect jingle from remixed hits and well-placed randomness from Montel Jordan, Donna Lewis, Khalees, Yves, and Hathaway. And Snoop assumes yet another brand ambassador role with his Skechers slip-ons alongside Martha Stewart, Howie Long, and Tony Romo. Tony Romo needs a gig because he's not doing well in the football announcing business, and now with Brady coming. We'll see. Yeah. Snoop does loop in his classic hit, Who Am I? And What's My Name? As the Dogfather walks through his various elements, red carpets, rocking concerts, and all in the Skechers slip-ins shoes that he is making famous. So these 30-second Super Bowl commercials reportedly cost companies $7 million a pop before they even pay the rappers' salaries. So, Steve, what do you think? I
just love the fact that we celebrated 50 years of hip hop, right? And I think we could all agree that 20 years ago, there's no way they would have used a rapper whose name was not Hammer in any kind of spot, right? Hammer was the one rapper who was clean enough for general population, right? And so I love the fact that freaking Snoop, Diddy, and there'll be more, appeal to Main Street USA, Wall Street USA, Madison Ave is what I'm trying to say, USA. And so I love to see that part of it.
That's pretty cool. And I'm not sure how much they're going to sell, but they're going to get a lot of eyes for sure. So
that's we shall
see. Let's close this out with Yogi's Jewel, our daily inspiration. And you know what? I don't think I have the right jewel, Yolanda.
Okay, why are you doing that? How many points? How many points did LeBron have? What was it?
38,380.
38,000. 38,380. The ghost of Will Chamberlain said, "Ha ha ha! I'm still champion." Oh wait, no, that was points.
That's yeah, but not in points. Not in points, my brother.
Wait, I'm still champion. Oh no, points. Never mind. No.
Sorry.
Did you find the jewel? Did I stall long enough? No.
No.
All right,
you
then
want-
then let me tell you
Who's
that some of
favorite?
you, in case you don't
Who's
know
the
this,
favorite?
Will Smith was supposed to be in the Will Smith, Lil Wayne, and Future were all supposed to be in the Hip Hop 50th celebration.
So what happened with Will Smith?
From what I understand,
Uh-huh.
he was invited and couldn't get out of Bad Boys 4 production in Miami.
Good answer.
Oh, how convenient. Okay.
Good answer.
Because
That was convenient. I think it's look. I think again. In case you don't remember, Jazzy Jeff, who was on stage,
Mhm.
Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince were the very first winners of the Rap Grammy.
Yep.
Right, the first
Yep.
year they had a
Yep.
Rap Grammy, a Grammy on the rap. Rap on the Grammys, rap as a Grammy, because the point was they did not give it away on the show. That was the problem. The problem was they included it as a category, but wouldn't do it. So MTV had a party separate from the Grammys where they celebrated that. But it would have been cool to have Will Smith there. I will say it out loud.
Very cool. And I was really hoping they would drop him in there. I do have
Ball of Confusion is not a rap record manual word for you. I appreciate that, but it's a great rap cadence, but he's singing the entire time. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. Ball of Confusion.
Interesting.
And only in Atlanta were the Grammys. The 50-year tribute was interrupted by a commercial.
That's so crazy.
A commercial. Yes, right in the middle. We never saw Big Boy. We never saw somebody. I have cussed so much at my TV set. Right in the middle of the tribute, they just cut away, played like 3 or 4 commercials and came back. Fortunately, it was still going on, but because I'm contacting other people and they're like, not here, not here. They said Atlanta newsroom, the CBS newsroom was lit up.
I bet.
Yeah. They said it was a technical error.
Yeah, I bet it was. Okay, somebody's gonna pay for that.
Yeah.
Yogi's Jewel today. Forgiveness is the gift that you give to yourself to have peace. This is what I originally had, but I was expecting some and some. But that's what I have. Forgiveness is the gift that you give to yourself to have peace. So inhale peace, exhale not peace, chaos. Maybe chaos.
I don't know why.
I'm just trying to keep with the theme on Wednesdays. And you guys are here going to the CIAA tournament at the end of this month, and we'd like you to join us. Check this out.
Join us for action-packed games as the best men and women ballers take over Baltimore for the 2023 CIAA Basketball Championships this February 21st to the 25th. Experience it all on your schedule. Buy your general admission ticket for the game of your choice and join us to create new legacies. Bring your friends, family, sorors, and frat to experience tip-offs, dunks, and nail-biting buzzer beaters all tournament long. Single session tickets available at CIAAtournament.org. Don't miss out.
Don't miss out.
Don't.
Okay, thanks, you guys. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Aloha.